The original Sub Pop 100 compilation is going to be here at 10 a.m. This has been on my want list for many, many years. Last night they put it on their Instagram that it's going to be here. I'm the first one here this morning to pick that up. I've been looking for this record for a long time, since the 90s. This came out in July of 1986. It is the first vinyl release by Sub Pop. I've been a crazy Sub Pop fanatic, collecting their vinyl for 40 some odd years. I have all the Sub Pop singles, volume 1, 2, and most of 3, including Love Buzz. I have most all the LPs, but I didn't have this one, the very first one. This is, the catalog number is SP10. There is no grunge on here. Before this came out, Sub Pop was a fanzine. 1 through 9 were either a paper fanzine or a cassette. This is the first vinyl. You would think this would be the first grunge, but there's no grunge on this album. The first grunge released on vinyl was this album, Green River, Come On Down, EP, which came out November of 1985, about 6 months before Sub Pop 100 would come out. A very interesting non-grunge album. Most people didn't know Skinny Puppy was on Sub Pop. Human, they were a Seattle punk band, kind of sounding like Black Sabbath. The CZ compilation Deep Six would come out in April of 1986, a few months before this. The Deep Six is all grunge. This is not. The label. It would take more than 2 years before Sub Pop 200 would be released, December of 1988, which is a compilation of grunge bands. Here are some other finds at Record Safari recently in the past few weeks. The Paisleys. Look at that cover. I was shocked. I was able to pick this up at Record Safari. This is a Psych, pop psych, fuzz guitar, really good album. A bunch of really good songs. The Wind is a standout track. The last side is one track, and that whole last side is really, really good. This is the rarer blue and white label. The Razor's Edge, AC/DC, 1990. This is one of the last few AC/DC records I don't have in my collection. Thunderstruck and Money Talk are the only songs on The Razor's Edge I kind of remember. Mistress for Christmas. I guess they have a Christmas song that I did not know about. US pressing. Grant Green, Idle Moments. This is a 1968 stereo Liberty pressing. are, I cannot, Van Gelder and the Dead Wax. It is stereo. It's a West Coast pressing. I really like Grant Green. I've collected all the Blue Notes, and I've been trying to collect all the Blue Notes. 1500 series, 4000, 4100s, 4200s, 4300s. I have probably 80% of them. I try to get the OGs, but they're so darn expensive nowadays. So just a copy is nice, a Tone Poet, a classic, a Liberty, or actual OG. Led Zeppelin 3. This is a first German pressing. Don't know how this ends up in Record Safari. It has the working wheel. I love this album. I need the white label promo for this, the US white label promo. Television Adventure. This is their second album. I have the white label promo of this, but I didn't have the stock. Comes with the red lyric sheet. It comes on the red Elektra label. I prefer the first album, but this album is really, really good. Gilmore, you want to get out of here? You're done with this video? Okay. I'll let you out. Gentle Giant. This is a UK Vertigo. I haven't really dug much into Gentle Giant. I played the album. It didn't really strike me. But I am a sucker for Vertigo label. And clean and cheap. So I picked it up. Maybe it's a grower. I have it, I get what I deserve. I deserve what I get. I have it, so this is the Magic Mixture. This is UK, 1968. I bought it because of the cover. The cover's not in very good condition, but it's an interesting cover. Apparently, it's a UK Psych. I've only played a couple tracks, psychedelic album, and I like it. Again, this is inexpensive. When I go to Record Safari, if they have a unique cover or something I just haven't seen, I'll usually do the blind buy. This was a blind buy, and a few tracks I've heard I really liked it, and I need to dig into it. Also, like Sub Pop 100, this came out in 1986. This is Cinderella's first album. They've got a few really good tracks on here. I've always liked Cinderella. Cinderella's been one of the hair metal bands that I've really gotten into and kept over the years. And I didn't have this first album. I have the other few up to 1989, which I can't remember the name of that album. This is a US first on Mercury. Cecil Taylor, Conquistador. Another Blue Note. This is 4260. I don't really like Cecil Taylor too much, but I go to my database and this is empty, which means I do not have it. So I had to pick it up anyways. And after listening to it, it's an easier listen than I thought it was going to be. There is no Van Gelder stamp on this. This is 1968 Liberty. Savatage. This is 1987. This is for the year I got kicked out of high school. That would have been my senior year. I got kicked out for skipping and not doing what I was supposed to. Comes with the hype. I never really got into Savatage when this album came out. I've heard of them for the longest time, and I just never. And I know the song "Hail the Mountain King," but I never got into it. But in my later years, I've been enjoying them more and more. I think by finding this album, I have the first 3 US. Wengeance grind, I've hit the red line. I'm moving fast. Forget the past. I'm burning trash. Okay, the last one from Record Safari recently is the 1988 EP Lies. This is the first issue of this with the band cover. It says wife beating has been around for 10,000 years. When they repressed this, they got rid of that. Ladies, welcome to the Dark Ages. They got rid of that. Still in the shrink. It has hype sticker that says includes previously released material plus 4 new songs. Guns N' Roses contains language which may be unsuitable for some listeners. I think this vinyl is kind of VG. It was $20, but it was nice to see it at Record Safari. It's got the band, the censored inner sleeve that was over the nudity. This allows me to pretty much complete my Guns N' Roses collection. If you like this type of video, like and subscribe. Here is a recap of all the albums I just showed.